welcome to In Spiritual Journey. So we have a week left of June, and we're going to go ahead and see where your energy is, where your frequency is, any issues you might be having, and some advice. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Remember, this is a general reading, so it's for the collective sign of Leo, and it may not resonate with all of you, may resonate differently for all of you. So we're just going to go ahead and jump on in. So what I did is pulled 3 oracles. Already pre-shuffled those, but then we're going to go ahead and shuffle a few different tarot decks to see, what's coming in. If you've already subscribed, I want to thank you so much. And if you are resonating with some of my shorts that I'm doing or these tarot messages, I hope you will hit that like and subscribe button down below. So thank you so much. Or is it to the side? Wherever that subscribe button is. So let's go ahead and give a warm welcome and thank you to the universe, spirit, whatever your belief system is, our spirit guides, for coming in to offer us this bit of advice. Some of it is, can be a little harsh, but, if we're open to expand and grow and with the best for our lives, sometimes we have to hear that criticism, but it's usually it's always constructive criticism with the universe, unless they keep telling you and they violently move something out of your life, like that tower moment. So we're going to go ahead and get into this message. So let's see what oracle cards are coming up for you, Leo. So the first one out, we have Unfinished Symphony. So Unfinished Symphony. So something was left unfinished here. It could be any way possible. It could be a relationship that somebody just walked out of your life, you didn't get any closure, whatever. There's something here that's unfinished. So you have some things left undone and closure. We as humans always want closure, but unfortunately we don't always get closure. And that's where sometimes people get a little really into their emotions and get a little crazy. I use that word crazy lightly, but our emotions take control and get us a little bit out of shape. So there's something here that's unfinished business. And sometimes we have to get our own closure, but let's see what else is coming up with this. A change in the wind. Okay, so yeah, it could have been somebody, like I said, walked out of your life because something shifted. Something shifted really quickly here. It was a shift in the wind. It was unexpected. It was not something that you were planning, and something shifted here. So, and also too, this could be something where you're feeling a little like something's coming up or somebody's coming back into your life that you didn't expect. Something is shifting in that wind. And let's see what else is coming up. Oh, now we have here and now. So this is present time. So a lot of you could be living in the past because of this unfinished business. Like I said, us humans always want to have closure, but we don't always get it. And it keeps us stuck in the past or reliving things or in that emotional state that we shouldn't be in. We need to heal and keep going forward. But this is saying be present in this moment, okay? If we live in our past, what's that quote? If we live in the past, we get depressed, and if we live in the future, we get anxiety. So this is being in the present moment, because we waste so much time of here and now, or even into our future, because we drag that baggage of our past with us, okay? This is like healing and releasing that energy, all right? So sometimes, like I said, that closure we need to have on our own. Whether you have to do a ritual where you write a letter, not particularly send it to the person, but burn it, but just kind of release that energy back into the universe. And some people do cord cuttings, different things like that, but some kind of releasing that unfinished business out of your life, okay? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get in some tarot. We're going to pull a card with this and see what your frequency is. These cards are always so hard to shuffle. They're so tight. So let's go ahead and see. What is your frequency, or the frequency that's around you or you're sitting in? I've had these cards for a little while and they're still stiff as a board. I don't know if you guys have this deck. Let me know how you can loosen them up a little bit, because they're so tight. All right, so frequency for Leo at this time. So like I said, we're going into the last week of June up until next weekend, which is July 1st, 2nd, something like that. So let's go ahead and see. Let's see. Could be a little different timing for some of you, but frequency for the sign of Leo currently. Frequency that's surrounding Leo, or that they need to be in. Ah, the Queen of Swords, right. So this frequency is, Queen of Swords is she doesn't take any shit, you know. She cuts through things. She has that sword. She wields it around and cuts through the BS, right? So I feel like, you know, this is you seeing what that BS was that maybe somebody laid on you. You know, seeing through the mask. A lot of people wear masks, but you have, or you know, have that ability to see what the truth is here. If it's reversed, this can be cold and calculating. So, you know, be careful that you don't shift that energy and turn into this cold, calculating, you know, wanting to stab somebody with that sword energy. But this right now is just seeing through things, seeing through to the truth, you know, removing the mask that people wear and things like that. So I love that energy. So I feel like this is the universe and spirit telling you to, you know, see the truth for what it is. You know, don't make it into something it's not, or take things too personally or anything like that. Usually when somebody walks out of our life or ghosts us or something like that, they, you know, I'm not saying it doesn't take two, you know, there could have been issues there between the two of you, but if somebody walks out with no explanation and is too cowardly to admit that they are not into this relationship or anything like that, that's on them. That's their issue. They have a commitment issue or insecurity or something like that. So you can't take that personally, okay? Yes, it was a shitty thing to do, but, you know, you can't let that eat away at you and, you know, make yourself look like, you know, because you know how that does. It switches on us and we look like the crazy ones, right? Because we stand up for ourselves. Sometimes we just got to walk away with our head held high, right? All right. And then on the bottom, yeah, see, look at that Three of Swords. Yeah. Yes, it hurts. It does. But we have to keep our composure and, you know, not stoop down to their level. Yes, we can let them know what's happening, but we got to do it with this kind of integrity way, you know, so it doesn't get turned back on us, because they always want, like, those people that want to walk out of our life or do something like that are always the ones that want to turn it back on us like it was our fault, right? And you don't want to give them any ammunition, or the people around you like, oh, look at her, she's little, or he's a little, you know. So you don't want to do that. So this is, you know, you're seeing through it. Don't, you know, don't tap back into that, like, you know, taking things personally or starting to think, you know, maybe I'll go get revenge or anything like that, because that's when karma shifts back on us. All right. So we don't want to do that. So now we are going to go ahead and see what opportunity is coming in. Oh, wait, do I want to get a couple frequencies? Let's get a couple more for the frequencies just besides Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I want to. Frequency besides the Queen of Swords. I have to keep my little plan out here. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be work related. It could be like a situation where you're in a team of people, you know, because this is usually collaborating with others. So I feel like you also could be throwing yourself into work, or maybe working on a project with friends or something like that to keep your mind occupied, as well as, let's see, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is all about setting new intentions. So it looks like you could be collaborating with others to bring in some kind of abundance, or plant some seeds here to bring in abundance. So it looks like you're throwing yourself into that. So that's good. It's good. Looks good, good frequency for you. So I love that energy. So you're not too dwelling on that unfinished business or that shift or whatever. It looks like maybe time has let you heal a little bit, but somehow you're still drifting back to it or something, because the here and now is still coming here, you know, in the present moment. Or some of you could be actually just living in the present moment. But let's go ahead and see what else is coming up. Let's see what opportunity is coming up for you, okay? What opportunity is coming up for you? Opportunity. Opportunity for Leo currently. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so it is still something with work and collaborating. So this opportunity, you're already in it. So it looks like you're starting, you know, that's the frequency you're in. And the opportunity here is, you know, that you are going to have more opportunities to collaborate with others, maybe new people coming in or whatever, or maybe even shifting positions in your work or whatever. So looks like an opportunity coming in. You might be getting a new job, something like that, but it looks like a lot of collaborating with other people, working with other people, maybe even healing with some other people. So let's see what else. Now we have that Ace of Swords. So I feel like with this collaboration, you are going to be getting information from these people, some kind of truth and clarity about this situation that you were in, whatever it was. So you are getting some kind of truth. somebody's going to be offering you some kind of tidbit of what, like maybe that unfinished business was, why it finished the way it was, or about that person or something like that. So let's see what else. Ah, yeah. See, it's going to be about this, the opportunity for this heartbreak. You're going to get some kind of clarity. It's going to be like from people you're collaborating with or something. You're going to get some kind of clarity and truth about this heartbreak that happened. Yeah. So somebody's going to offer you some kind of advice. Be careful that it's not too much gossip, because you don't want to get too much in that. And be careful that you're not asking about it too much, because again, that's like living back in that past, trying to, you know, you don't want to be doing that, because that's not good energy for you either. Yeah, sometimes we want to know what's happening and what's going on with a person that just walked out of our life, but you know, you don't want to stay in that energy. Okay, so just be careful with that. If this person is offering you advice, maybe giving you some clarity, yes, sometimes that's good too, you know, to get that clarity. But you know, if you're deliberately going out there and asking, like, what are they doing, what's going on, what's this, you know, sometimes that's can leave you kind of stuck in that energy and dragging that baggage along with you. So be careful. So this person, this collaboration here is an opportunity to get some kind of clarity and truth so you can heal, I think. So that's what's coming up. And what do we have on the bottom? We have the Queen of Rods on the bottom. So this is somebody that's very confident, doesn't care what other people are doing. This also can be an Aries card, so it could be like somebody in the group Aries might be giving you some information, or that person that you were with could have been an Aries. But anyway, so that is what that is. So let's go ahead and see what the challenge might be for you. How many cards do I want to go with this? Let's just get one. What's this challenge? Oh, oh, that dreaded Tower. So the challenge is, you know, that something come to an end, something collapsed. Yeah. And I feel like it was sudden. So it came out of the blue. And of course that takes us, you know, sets us back a little bit. We're like, you know, everything was going good and all of a sudden they're just disappeared, or they're acting like I'm some bad guy or something. So that's the challenge for you, getting past that. So like I said, don't take things too personally. Don't try to drudge up too much information. Unfortunately, like sometimes we don't get that closure that we need. But this is the challenge for you, this Tower. So this is time to, you know, sweep up that dust, clear the air a little bit, and get yourself back on track. Because, you know, it knocks the breath out of us sometimes. But then once we, you know, let that dust settle, we can start seeing a little clearly. And you do have the Ace of Swords. Somebody's giving you some information. You have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like clarity is coming in. But like I said, there's this still a challenge of how things went down. All right, and then on the bottom we have the Knight of Pentacles. But you are moving and progressing along slowly, making plans, you know, methodically figuring out what to do. So it's a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight, you know, so give yourself time and space. It will happen. Be patient, be gentle on yourself. You know, if you're working on a project or are throwing yourself into work, you know, make sure you do take time out to, you know, to reflect and, you know, take care of yourself. Do that self-care and things like that, all right? So we're going to put this one down here because I don't want to forget which position when I do some clarification here. All right, so the next one is your general energy. Let's get your general energy. We'll use this good old Rider-Waite for the general energy. So your general energy this time, Leo. It looks like right now, it looks like you're throwing yourself into work, maybe working on something with other people, healing. Trying to come to terms with what happened and why and all that. But like I said, you know, sometimes we don't get that closure. But let's see what's coming in. General energy. Okay. Let me get the other two. You know, the Nine of Swords almost flipped over, but it put back. That's anxiety and worry and sleepless nights. So it does look like you're still kind of in that energy. Okay. Knight of Wands. There's swift action on the way, but what we have here is the Seven of Cups, which is all about opportunities and choices coming in. But it has the underlying kind of disillusionment state. So we could be fooling ourselves a little bit, you know, wearing rose-colored glasses, not seeing things the way they are. But you do have those increments of that truth and clarity and seeing things, but you go back to a little bit, that's kind of like our struggle with our ego and our higher self. We know what the truth is, but then our ego and our insecurities and our fears want to come back in, right? So there is some opportunities and choices out there. Just make sure you are seeing that with that clarity. And hopefully what this coming in with that Ace of Swords is going to give you that, all right? Because you are focusing on this betrayal, Yeah, so your general energy, this is still on your mind, this betrayal of what happened. And it has to do with a intimate relationship or a choice you made here. This could be a Gemini too. So we have the Lovers with this betrayal. I feel like a lot of you, this was really going good and it came out of left field and you weren't expecting it. And, it takes us a little time. So don't beat yourself up too much. That, it takes time to heal and all that. Just make sure you're not keeping yourself there by, asking questions, stalking on social media, texting them all the time, anything like that. Just be careful with that, all right? And I know us fire signs don't like injustices, so sometimes we want to keep bugging something or getting to the bottom of it, and sometimes we have to walk away and just not get that closure, have that closure ourselves. All right, so the next thing is what we don't see coming. Let's see what that is. What we don't see coming. So what don't you see coming? Let's see. Hopefully it's good things. All right, but let's see. What we don't see coming. What does Leo not see coming, please? What does Leo not see coming? All right. Oh, Three of Cups. All right. Shoot. Okay. We had 2 3s there. 7 of Wands on the bottom. So, this is 7 of Wands is that sticking up for ourselves, watching out that people aren't trying to take something that's ours, or, being on guard because, like was one of the cards the other day. The 6 of Wands is all about success. And when people get successful, there's a lot of people that don't like other people being successful. It's from their own insecurities and things like that. So they want to take what's yours. So that's the underlying. So with these 2 3s, Leo, I feel like you're going to find out that there was a third party situation. And that's why this person walked out. Like they thought the grass was greener, somebody lured them away, or they just thought somebody was better and just walked out of your life. Sucks. And unfortunately, some of it could have been at work. Because we have the 8 of Pentacles here. So some kind of work related, some kind of college situation, whatever. This is the third party with these 2 3s. So somebody you're going to find out. I feel like what this coming in, the Ace of Swords is, because we have this 3 of Pentacles here too, just like all these 3s. You're going to find out that it was a third party. And I'm sorry, this wasn't a 3 of Wands, Pentacles. So 3 of Wands is actually, looking into the future as well. So I feel like there's some situation here where you're going to find out that this person walked away or said, look, this isn't working out, or whatever happened, this tower moment, that there was some other person involved. They thought the grass was greener. They started going out with somebody else. And for some of you, I feel like it's like somebody unfortunately. And that's going to be the real kicker there. And, here's the 8 of Pentacles, the work. That's where I got the work. So it feels like it's something could be at work. I really do feel like you thought this could have been something that would have went into the future. But shockingly, it didn't. And the other shocker is that you're going to probably, if you haven't already found out, that it's somebody that you know. It could be somebody from work, a friend that you both had, something like that, unfortunately. And then we have the 7 of Wands on the bottom. Like I said, this is, protecting what's yours, setting healthy boundaries, things like that. But I feel like a lot of you might be kind of kicking yourself a little bit because you might have had that inclination that something was like that. And you kind of dismissed it because you thought, don't be paranoid, or, stop that. You're just being insecure, and you find out. So then you kick yourself too, because you're like, damn, I should have known that. I said that. And then I get my heart broken from after I didn't trust myself. So, you know what you know now, and somebody still shouldn't have done that. You put your heart out there and trust somebody, and then that happened. So that stinks. All right, so now we are going to get some advice. Did I already do advice? Oh my gosh. No, I don't think so. Yeah, that was the advice, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get a couple more for advice. Temperance, yeah, balancing things out, being patient, taking care of yourself, let's trust in your intuition, as well as the Three of Swords. Yeah, okay. All right, so, okay, so maybe you did know, Three of Swords, that something wasn't right. Your intuition was telling you. And you dismissed it because maybe you were a caring person or you didn't want to feel like you were not trusting them or whatever, right? We don't want to be those jealous people that like, oh, what, who's texting you or something like that, or hey, why are you guys standing so close or something like that, right? But you know, the universe is saying, you know, really trust your intuition. Just, you know, make sure you don't dismiss it next time. Also take care of yourself. And this is tapping into your creativity too. And this is a time of something being fruitful. So I do feel like this is a good time for the fruitful aspect, because whatever you're working on here, if you are collaborating with others to throw yourself into something, you know, there's some kind of energy here that it could be successful. You just can't let yourself creep back into that taking things personally or beating yourself down, because that's not going to help here. You need to stay balanced in this energy. And for some of you, I feel like a Sagittarius is going to be coming in for you too. All right, I think I got two. See, that's what I say. I get my cards mixed up and it's like, All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get some clarification. So the first thing we're going to clarify is, let's clarify. Do I want to clarify the frequency? Because we already have the frequency where you're, you know, cutting through bullshit. You're throwing yourself into work. You're setting your intentions. So that's pretty good. Let's just go ahead and get the opportunities. The opportunities, which is this truth coming in. It could be something from work. You're going to get some clarity about this heartbreak here. So let's see what advice, what other clarity is coming in for this. Whoops. Okay. All right. So with this coming in, this opportunity, be careful. Because like I said, if we find out too much information or we dig for information, it can become a burden to us. Some things we just don't need to know. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to get our own closure and not dig up stuff from the past. It happened, and honestly, would it make a difference? I mean, would you go back to somebody that did that to you? And honestly, unless they change or heal, right? So King of Pentacles is somebody that's very grounded. So again, you had that balance and being patient. So make sure you're staying grounded. And don't take on too much information where it's becoming a burden. Sometimes it's nice to hear things, but then after a while it becomes a burden to you because you're just reliving that pain all over again and having all those questions and doubts, and sometimes it becomes a burden. So be careful with that, all right? So you don't want to take on too much of that, all right? So let's go ahead and see the challenge, which is this Tower. So let's see what the Tower challenge is. I mean, we kind of got a little bit of clarity here too. Somebody was an asshole because they're insecure. They thought the grass was greener, but usually it's not. It's usually fertilized with bullshit, right? Oh, okay. See, look at this. I love this. Abundance is coming in. So, like I said, sometimes the universe will bring something, like they'll tell you a message like those red flags you thought you had seen, but then you dismissed them because you don't want to be jealous or feel like you're not a good friend, or maybe you're being insecure. We start doubting ourselves. So the universe will keep getting louder and louder and louder, and we still don't hear it. The universe will violently remove something. So Tower moment, boom. You won't listen. Here's this, right? But guess what? It's doing that because it's not good for you, and it's holding you up on your path, on your receiving your best self. It's taking away your abundance because you're going to be stuck with this person that's not knowing what they want. They're a commitment phobe. They're going to be thinking the grass is always greener. They're going to be disrespecting you. They're going to be ghosting you, and if they don't get their shit together, you're going to be stuck and trapped in that, right? So the universe comes in, moves it out of the way, so your abundance can come in, right? Because it knows you have something better that you need to be doing instead of wasting your time with somebody that don't know what the hell they want, right? So again, we have another Aries card, an Emperor, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. So some of you could be meeting someone at work. So it could be a person more in a leadership position or a place of power. Doesn't have to be work, but Three of Pentacles is usually, collaborating with others. Could be in a situation where you are collaborating to start a business on your own or whatever, somewhere you're working with other people. There's going to be somebody that's like a leader type energy. It could be an Aries, but it looks like you're going to be meeting them. This could be your abundance, whether it's an intimate relationship, a connection, or it could be somebody that just helps you with a business, helps you with your abundance, because you have that the magician card here. So it could be something like that. So see, like once the dust settles and things get clearer and the skies get brighter, it looks like something's coming in. That's even better. All right. So I love that energy for you. Let's move these out of the way. And look at that. We have the Princess of Cups on the bottom. The Page of Cups. New beginnings in the emotional realm, right? Love that. All right, so now that we got the challenge, general energy. So let's go ahead and get the general energy. The general energy is, you know, you have a lot of opportunities and choices. Just don't wear those rose-colored glasses. Don't trap yourself back into that betrayal. You know, it's time to heal and move on. Yes, it sucks, but we can't live there. You know, take the lesson, realize that, you know, you deserve better. That, you know, it's not really love that hurts us. It's the person, the asshole that doesn't know what love is, kind of energy. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. All right, so with your general energy, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is abundance in our material world. Okay, so once you do clear that energy of letting go of that betrayal, you know, close that unfinished symphony. Once you close that off, you know, and you have all these opportunities and choices, and you see clearly with this Queen of Swords, you see things clearly, what that truth is, right? And that you deserve better, and there's better people out there for you, and different things like that. You're going to have this Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles could be about our home life, our marriage, success, abundance, and our material world. So that's what's coming in for your general energy. Once this dust settles, and you see things clearly, and you clear the energy, you close off the chapter, however way you need to, that's what's coming in for you, okay? So now we are going to get into the what you don't see coming. And like I said, we had the Eight of Pentacles, which is about work. Three of Wands is about your future. And Three of Cups is about, you know, celebrating, friendship, things like that. So let's see what's coming in. What you don't see coming. Oh, wow, we have a lot. I'm not going to take that many. No. Too many. I was going to take them if it was like 2 or 3, but a whole pile came out. All right, so let's see what you don't see coming. Clarified. Page of Rods. Somebody's setting their intentions, and I feel like it's on you. And like I said, it could be this Emperor, which could be an Aries, but it doesn't have to be. Somebody's moving in. And so, you know, like I said, if you're still holding on to this other person or this situation that betrayed you and stabbed you in the back and broke your heart, it's not going to have any open air energy for this person coming in. So somebody's going to set their intentions on you. This is new beginnings and setting intentions. Somebody that's very passionate, loves life, right? Carefree. So that's what's coming in that you don't see coming. And look at this. New beginnings, taking a chance, risking things. I love that. All right. So, and the last one here is the advice card. Do I want to get it? So the advice is the balance, you know, letting go of that Three of Swords and taking care of yourself, trusting your intuition, jumping into your creativity. So let's see. Once you do that and you raise your vibration and clear up that energy from the past, new good things can move in. Abundance can move in. So now we have, the King of Cups, somebody who's mastered their emotions, somebody who knows what they want. They don't play games. They're not afraid of commitment. They don't think the grass is greener. When they know, right? And on the bottom, the Five of Wands. So this is competition here. So, you know, just be aware, you know, that you are not getting yourself in a place of competition. Sometimes people will let us go and think the grass is greener. When they realize it's not greener, they might come back around. So, you know, don't fall for that if they haven't healed, because it does look like something better is coming in here for you. You know, make sure that it's not just talk, you know. Let's get another one. Ace of Wands. Yeah, look at that. Fiery, passionate, new beginning. So there you go. So I do feel like some of you are going to have Three of Wands. There's your future. Yeah. So you have this at hand, this future coming in. But like I said, sometimes the universe will send somebody back from our past to see, like, did you learn the lesson? So be careful with that, because I feel like that's what that energy was that came up. Where was it? The Three of Swords. That Three of Swords. So whatever's on the bottom there. I feel like somebody could be coming back in because they don't want you to be with somebody else, and they realize the grass wasn't greener or something like that. So just be cautious, because it looks like something passionate, somebody that's got their stuff together, got their emotions, they know what they want, is coming in. But you have to release and close this past. All right, so that is your message, Leo. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.